Good morning. It is August 30th today, and we're in Second Corinthians chapter 4. And I just wanted to read the first four verses here and make a few comments on that. So let me read it for us. Therefore, since through God's mercy we have this ministry, we do not lose heart. Rather, we have renounced secret and shameful ways. We do not use deception, nor do we distort the word of God. On the contrary, by setting forth this truth plainly, we commend ourselves to everyone's conscience in the sight of God. And even if our gospel is veiled, it is veiled to those who are perishing. The God of this age has blinded the minds of unbelievers so they cannot see the light of the gospel that displays the glory of Christ, who is the image of God. So, a couple of things just to comment on this, and it's a really wonderful passage, something that Paul once again has really helped us out by revealing to us and putting in these words. That first of all, it's because of God's mercy that we have this ministry. It doesn't come from us. It is because He has been merciful to us that we can also then turn around and be merciful to others. And He's eventually going to call us jars of clay here because we as the vessels aren't what is important. It is the message that's important that's contained in us, and therefore there's at one side responsibility. We've got to give to others what has been given to us, but then on the other side there's freedom because we can't do anything to convince people. It has to come from God's mercy that they will be convinced. And that's what it says here at the end, that the God of this age has blinded their minds. And so it has to be God who opens those eyes to be able to see the truth by his mercy and grace. And so we should have compassion on others then too, because we were once in that um, in need of that kind of compassion. We were the ones who were in need of grace and mercy. And so when we look at others who are blinded by the God of this age, we should have mercy and compassion on them. And that should motivate us actually to share the word of God with them. And it says we can do it simply, without deception, without any kind of shameful ways or secrets, but we just set forth the truth plainly. And then we commend ourselves to everyone's conscience in the sight of God. So it's not because of our floweriness, it's not because of our cleverness, it's not because of our personality or even our appearance. That people come to know the Lord, and therefore we can just set forth the truth plainly without being overly clever or going to extreme lengths. It is just simply and plainly declaring what God has said to be true and what our experience of that truth is, that He has done the miraculous work of redemption in our lives too. So I like that imagery that he uses here, eventually getting to that jar of clay, and that makes sense for what we have been what we've been created to do and be.